If you like plasma biscuits and raspberries and you only have 30 minutes to make a dessert, then this cake is the right choice for you. To prepare this cake, we need a serving plate, a cake ring. Choose whether it will be 24 or 26 centimeters. We need 150 grams of whole plasma biscuits and a little warm milk. We take the plasma biscuits, dip them in milk and arrange them on the bottom. We are making this first bottom layer. That's pretty much it. And now we'll set it aside to prepare the filling. We take 200 grams of butter. You can also use margarine. We put it in a bowl and now we'll take it to the microwave or to low heat to melt. The butter is almost melted. I haven't completely melted it. Leave soft parts like this. Now it will melt nicely together in this warm butter. I didn't overheat it because I'll need it right away. Do the same. Be careful not to make it too hot, because if it's too hot, you'll have to cool it down further. Now we take 600 grams of ground plasma biscuits. I'm using this package which has 800 grams, 4 times 200 grams, so I'll use 3 and 1 will be left for later. Such a package is quite more affordable. And now I'm pouring in this melted butter and mixing everything together a little. Okay, now we'll set this aside and go get another bowl. Get a bowl, 300 milliliters of cold milk and 200 grams of whipped cream. I have a combination of 180 and 40 here. I have 220 because I don't have a different package. It should be 200 grams, but you can use 220. You can also use 180 if you have it, since there are some new 180 gram packages now. And I'm pouring in the milk. Then I'm mixing everything together with a mixer. When the whipped cream is mixed, we add 200 to 300 grams of sour cream or Greek yogurt. Now choose whatever you like, put that in. Sour cream here, it won't make the whole mixture sour, it will just make it more refreshing and lighter. Now I'm adding a little of this biscuit here. A little, I say, because it's just a little for the first batch. Then I'll add it in a few more times. I'm also adding the remaining part. Instead of heavy cream, instead of whipped cream, you can use heavy cream. I would use 500 milliliters. But then I would be careful when I add the biscuits so that the whole mixture doesn't harden too much. And if it gets too firm, then I would pour in a little milk. Of course, I would also add sour cream or Greek yogurt. I add what I have. Add what you have on hand. It's important to me that this whole mixture gains volume and is further refreshed. With whipped cream, the whole mixture is a bit softer and easier to cut, so the pieces aren't as precise. They aren't perfectly straight, like for a photo. Whereas with heavy cream, it sets and the pieces are more appealing to the eye. But for my taste, with whipped cream, it's much tastier. Heavy cream, somehow, I don't know, for my taste it's too much in this combination. Now that I've mixed this nicely again and combined it, the filling is ready. Filling. As if I'm going to fill a strudel, filling. This isn't really a filling or a crust. It's something in between. Great. Did I just talk to myself? The hostess hasn't taken her medicine again. I've just prepared the serving plate to arrange my cake. But then I noticed that I bought some really bad raspberries. I mean, they're not bad, but they're all clumped together like this. They probably melted, then froze again, or something like that. I wanted to arrange them nicely, but since they are so disastrous, they aren't like one by one. I'll mix them into this filling. Now just gently mix them with the filling. They won't crumble any more than they already are. Nothing will happen to them. They won't even have time to thaw. Just not what I had in mind. I had planned for filling, then whipped cream, but that's not happening. And that's already mixed. So like this. Half a liter of heavy cream, or again 200 grams of whipped cream, but with 200 milliliters of milk to make it firm. And now we'll set this aside and bring the serving plate back. Now we take this biscuit raspberry part and put a little more than half in the cake ring. If this part gets too firm and you can't separate it like this, feel free to pour in a little milk and then mix. Now I'm going to press down this whole filling like this, to fill all these holes and unevenness. For this first part, you can definitely put more. For this second part, we'll leave just a little. Now, whipped cream on top. Use less whipped cream to spread the biscuit easily. If it gets a little messy, it's no big deal. Use this whipped cream for decoration on top. Now, so that this mixture settles better, I'm gonna pour in a little milk like this. And now I'll just mix it a little. I don't know how much you can see. The biscuits are absorbing the milk. That's why I did this. Now take this filling and put it everywhere a little. When you put it everywhere a little like this, then you hardly need to spread it. Since there's soft whipped cream underneath, we'll do it nicely like this. So we don't have to spread it. And now just gently like this. Now my son would say, "This looks like ground meat to me." He was about 10 years old when he said that. When I made it, he wasn't even 10 years old. The first cake in 15 minutes that was made of Plazma biscuits and raspberries. He saw the cross-section and said, "Mom, it looks like meat." I said, "My dear, Mom made steak tartare, like a birthday cake." So there. Now this whipped cream, you can put it now or not. And I'll put a little. Like this, so that the cake doesn't dry out on top. And then this remaining whipped cream when I take the cake out of the fridge. Wet the remaining part again and put fresh whipped cream on top as decoration before serving. I also recommend this to you because it's much nicer when served fresh. Now I'm taking both to the fridge. After a few hours, I remove the cake ring. I finish the decoration and it's ready to serve. I'll fix all these uneven parts a little more like this, as much as possible, and then I'll finish the decoration with whipped cream. I've taken this leftover heavy cream and I'll use it to spread the cake around and on top. Here I have some crushed biscuits, or rather crumbled, so I'll sprinkle them on top, so I need a somewhat special flat surface. And finally, we have the tasting. Raspberries with Plazma biscuits give us one of the most beautiful, refreshing tastes. Enjoy!